What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 15, First and 10 with Foz. It's your boy Foz in the house, along with my guy Maxwell. How we doing tonight, sir?
Hello. Good to see you.
Hello. Tonight's going to be a fun show, man. We got a bunch in store. Me and Maxwell, we're going to break down the Titans game, get into some detail about quarters, ups and downs, things of that nature. We'll talk about the Colts game, too, coming up this Saturday, what we're going to be looking for, break down all that, too. So that'll be later on the show. First, we have a very, very special guest, a very awesome, cool father-son superfan duo who just have a miraculous story that needs to be heard by everyone out there. So you guys watch this, and then we'll bring them on shortly, all right? 1 second.
My name's Eli Otero Jr. I am the father of this awesome kid here, Eli Otero III.
I'm Eli Otero III, and I'm cool, and we want to tell our story.
Eli was born with a disease called Alagille syndrome. It's a disease that complicates your body organs. In this case, it affected his liver. Very early age, he was diagnosed. He had severe abnormalities around his fingers and hands. They called them calcium deposits. You know, he could not, quality of life wasn't there. He couldn't grab a ball. He couldn't play with a game. He couldn't do things that normal kids do. And it got worse as he grew older. It was 2019. They put us on the list. As a child, you know, going through what he was going through, and mother and I, you know, we came up with a very creative way of helping him deal with it. We started incorporating our Riley's trips around events in Indianapolis. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and we're gonna have fun doing it. And it worked. We've always been a Colts fan. I've always been a Colts fan. Went to our first game, a little nervous, right? We was a little nervous. We had our masks in our pocket, actually. No lie, we was about 15 minutes in. We were sitting in the 600 sections. And Colts representative comes right up there, walks right up to Eli and said, "Hey, how would you guys like to get better seats?" They actually walked us down all the way to the bottom. We were in the most front row seats. Very first day as super fans, and I said, "Well, time to mask up," right?
Me and Dad goes on a jumbotron. We go crazy.
And as the years evolved, I've put together what you guys see today as Lucha Blue. It was the greatest day of our life.
When I woke up with the new liver, I felt good, and I just felt so good when I got out the hospital.
It's the ultimate gift. We can't be more blessed and more humbled by just receiving that call, and it turned his life completely around. He can do all the things that he's been wanting to do as a kid. It gave us a new purpose, you know, as far as, okay, we got this second chance, and what are we gonna do with it? You know what I mean? How can we give back? In 2021, I was named the Fan of the Year for the Colts. That changed our fandom completely. I mean, it gave us the opportunity to do more and give more. Yeah, we've been to the draft, we've been to the, you know, combine, we've been to the Super Bowl last year.
Me and my dad had so much fun together. We have so much memories.
We go to every game and we've collected these different autographs from the players and all that, and we pass them out to random kids in the game.
I'm like seeing other kids happy, and it just made me like the best experience in my life, and I just like making kids happy.
I think it's important to say yes to organ donation because it saves lives. It saved his life, it saved our life. And that's what we're all about, making a difference. And if you can make a difference, you donate.
What an amazing story. It's just an honor to have both Eli Jr. and Eli III on the show tonight. Everyone, welcome to First and 10 with Foz, Lucha Blue.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for coming on, and thank you for sharing the story with us. You guys are absolutely amazing, man.
Thanks, man. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
So, Eli the Third, man, you had the transplant back in 2020. It's been 3 years since then. Let's get an update, man. You're doing great. You're feeling good. Still going good, my friend?
Yeah, I'm doing really, really great. I'm just happy to be here and be healthy and go to the camp tomorrow. Could be dope.
There we go. Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome.
Yeah.
Such an inspiring story, my friend. Such an inspiring story. You guys definitely, I think, probably touched everyone out there. We're going to get into the comments later, but yeah, definitely holding back some tears on that one, man. That video was amazing. Your guys' story is amazing. And I appreciate you coming on my show and allowing me to be part of your story and spread the word for you guys, okay?
Thank you, man. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's great. It's great. You guys are a duo. I love it. I love this. So when was your both your first Colt game together?
So it was 2017, actually. So we really wasn't able to go to a game back then. But our first game was like 2017, man. And I was able to get some season tickets for him. I surprised him for his birthday. And I said, look, we're gonna do this Superfan thing, and we're gonna go to every game, and we're gonna do it because it was his idea. So the funny story about that is Eli. We was 2016. The Colts had a event for an open event for the community to come to the stadium and watch a game, a movie on the jumbotron, and they allowed everybody to come to the field, and you lay your blankets out with your family. It was an awesome event. And we went there, and that's the first time we really encountered super fans. And we encountered the GOAT Mike Hobson and the Legion of Blue and so many other awesome super fans that was there that support all Colts events. And Eli was just taken by him, and he just didn't stop talking about that dude was cool, and man, he just looked so cool, and and he interacted with him, and he high-fived him and just made him feel like he was just the coolest kid in the world, And on our way home, Eli made a comment and said, "Hey, Dad, why don't you do that?" And he said, "You're a super fan. You love the Colts. Why don't you do that?" And I said, "What do you mean, a super fan?" I was like, "I ain't doing it unless you do it." I said,
I ain't dressing up in that gear.
I mean, we can go. I said, we got stuff that we can, put on. We'll put something together, and we've always been a Rey Mysterio fan. So, he's an underdog of sports. So he's always been the underdog in life. So it just fits. So our actually first mask was a ski mask and then a Rey Mysterio mask that we found online with a Colt symbol on it. And we went to that first game, man. And no lie, we had our hands up. We were scared to death. We had we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But man, we went to that first game, and the Colts, no lie, we were sitting there 15 minutes, and they pulled us they walked up to Eli and said, "Hey, would you guys like to get better seats?" And they took us to the bottom.
So cool.
First game.
So cool. That's
Very
so
first
nice.
game. Went down there.
Well, that just ruined them. Now every game you got to expect.
It's like, Daddy, we can't afford these tickets every game, so you appreciate that.
It was definitely the wow factor. Like, man, I mean, we're so stoked that we're there. We're doing our thing, and we get down to the bottom, and it's like OMG. It's like a whole different atmosphere when you're down on the bottom. And everybody's looking at you. And I said, "Look, like I said on the video, it's time to mask up. Let's do it. There's no chickening out now."
Absolutely.
It was an awesome game. We played the Texans. We high-fived D-Hop. We got to meet some of the players and stuff like that. It was amazing first game memory.
Let's backtrack just a tad bit because you sent me 793 pictures, and I looked at them. And I looked at them all, man, and I spied me a picture of young Eli over there in a Bears jersey. So
yeah,
why don't we hear that story first? I want to hear that story.
So the awesome thing about
he was on the right track at one point. He kind of got off track. Now I'm just joking.
I mean, we are Midwest, we got love for the Bears, but no, the cool thing is one of my homeboys that is a season ticket member when Eli was younger. He knew I'm a football fan. And he knew Eli was coming up as a football kid, man. He's kicking the ball, and he said, "Hey, Eli, I'm not going to the game. You want some tickets? It's Bears game. They playing the Saints. You want to go?
Nice.
I'll give them to you. Take your boy. Not knowing that this man had one of the awesomest seats in the stadium, second row from almost the end zone, on the away side.
Yeah.
So they were playing the Saints, and I looked at the weather, and it was bad. It was going to be rain, nasty sleet. It was one of them December games. It was so bad. But I said,
that's why he was giving away those tickets and not going.
And we took the ride. I just said, let's go. We went. We took the ride. Underestimated the conditions to the fullest. So that's why you see we got a Bears hat, a Bears gloves, Bears scarf. We had
gift shop got you for $100.
Gift shop and get every single thing we can get to just be warm, ponchos and everything. So, but it was cool. We went down there and we was on the bottom, and Eli was the only kid there. It was just nothing but grown up. Everybody partying, drinking, having a good time. Bears is getting their butt kicked, but it was still it
sounds like a very familiar story. Yeah. I've been to that game before.
Look, man, it was a really, really cool experience. Him as a little guy, man, actually experiencing that. Like I said, the pictures speak for themselves. And what was cool was the last quarter, last 2 minutes. We're down there. Cutler throws the touchdown to Alshon Jeffrey. They give it to the ref. Ref gives it to Eli. And we got the ball right here, right there.
Got the Alshon Jeffrey ball. That's awesome.
Yeah, a ball. The game ball, last touchdown. I believe Cutler ever threw in a game, and we just was like so happy. I was so happy because he's still young. He didn't realize the level of coolness that was. So I'm probably screaming louder than him. But we sang and was happy all the way home, man. And it's just
you could get that Beckett certified, even reaching out to Jay Cutler, letting him know, you have the last ball of the last touchdown you ever threw.
Man.
Jay Cutler's kind of a weird dude.
He is kind of a jerk. Maybe don't do that. He lives in the forest now, I believe. So.
I don't know what
He's a mountain man now. So.
And it kind of that was just the irony of that, us going and it's that happening, you know what I mean? And I just kind of jumped it off, and I wasn't able to go to any other games until later on, and then, like I said, we live 2.5 hours away from Indianapolis. So,
oh, dude, 100%, man. I mean, games are super expensive. It's a big commitment. Yeah. It's a lot of time. I mean, you got a family, a house, work. I mean, dude, it's a commitment. So
we made it work, man. We made it work, man. We had a lot of support with the hospital and different charity groups that support families with kids with different types of diseases and stuff like that. And it allowed us to get down to Indianapolis and be a part of these cool events planned with our doctor visits. So, like I said, me and the mom, man, we planned it, perfectly. We made it a field trip.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely a negative with a plus, dude. So, I mean, that's amazing.
For sure.
So, two-part question then, since you've been to both stadiums. You guys like Lucas Oil Stadium better or Soldier Field? And then give me your favorite Colts, both of you, too, of all time.
If you want me to lie to you, tell the truth.
Oh, Joe, I want the truth. Because I'm going to tell you what I think of Soldier Field, too. So, go ahead.
Well, from the time I was there, it was an absolute joy and misery at the same time because, like I said, we was freezing. But we were so amped up and so happy to be there and just experiencing that as father and son. Man, it was the greatest place on earth at that time. You know what I mean? And in Lucas Oil Stadium, man, that's our home away from home. I can't wait to go to that stadium every single time we go there. We go when it's off season. We go to the Colts Pro Shop just to go in it, and we do anything we can to just be a part of that wonderful atmosphere, those fans, man, just everything about Lucas Oil, man, the location, everything, man. It's wonderful, man. It's so welcoming. But absolutely, Lucas Oil, man, number one. Forever.
I don't blame you one bit.
I might like it better than Soldier Field too.
So who's your favorite, Eli? Colts of all time?
I pick. Ready?
Well, we're ready, sir. I'm drooling over here.
Yeah.
Right on, my man.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good.
The GOAT. Yeah, for sure. And I've been asked this question so much. And of course, Peyton Manning's the GOAT. But I always pay homage to his father, Archie Manning, because he birthed two GOATs. And I'm a fan of both. but my all-time is definitely Peyton Manning. He was the reason why I became a Colts fan in '98. It was so many Bears fans around here, and I was just dumbfounded by how many people just are not. We're living in Indiana, everybody's a Bears fan. I'm like, okay, I'm Pacer Bears. I'm Pacer Colts. Let's go all day. Let's go all day. And there was a lot of hype when Peyton Manning came into the league, and I followed him. I probably have about 500 of his football cards that all different ones. I was a football card collector, so I followed him, followed his career. We went to the Super Bowl. That was like the greatest day ever, especially for me. All the years of getting beat up by the Bears fans and the Patriots, and all that. So it was like when we finally took it home, man. It was like Christmas for me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, by the way, sir. Devin Hester returned a touchdown at the beginning of the game, and then it was over with. The game's over.
And I got beers thrown at me when that happened.
Did you really?
I was like, here we go.
Southside Chicago Bears fan.
And then Rex Grossman on the sideline said, "We got this," and then that was it.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, it might be the only time I really cried during a sports game when the Bears lost the Super Bowl that year. I was devastated.
It was exciting, though. Exciting game.
Yeah, man. It was a good game.
Lived up to the hype, man. Lived up to the hype.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. And we haven't been back since. So.
Yeah, I purposely hid my Super Bowl stuff just so you guys don't.
Oh, no, it's all good, man.
No, it's all good.
If we had a quarterback that had even thrown back then, it might have been a better game. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, $4 a pound.
Anyways, let's move on. All right, so you already talked about it, like your outfit. So obviously the luchador mask, you said you're a big Rey Mysterio Jr. fan. You're a big Eddie Guerrero fan. What about the rest of everything, man? The gloves, the chains, dude, everything. Talk about the customization. Did you guys make that yourself? Did you have it done? Especially the 2 finger hands, dude. Those things are amazing, man. When I first saw you at the ESF party, I was like, damn, that dude is stacked. How did you have those made? Let's get into the detail of that stuff.
No, it's so as we started doing it, the Superfan stuff, the couple years went by. I told my son, listen, I've always been competitive. I've always been the one to do extra, and I was like, listen, if we're going to come, we got to come awesome, because we started running into other super fans and kind of running into, seeing different people get up and how they're doing things. And we started seeing other stadiums and other people, how they do it. And I said, look, if we're going to come, we're going to be on TV. We got to come with it. So I started doing research. And like I said, what you see now is all these years in the making. And the finger actually is a stadium prop that was sold in stadiums years ago, and they went away from it. But I had one, and I said, you know what? I was like, look, I'm gonna have the big finger. I'm gonna point at all the opposing team people and be like, it's time to go. It's time to get down. So the finger was birthed because it was just an intimidation thing. You got this.
Dude, that's not a finger. That's like a gauntlet, dude. That's like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right.
That thing is serious, bro.
It's dope, man. It does things, man. But I wanted us to come awesome, and I started seeing a lot of Rey Mysterio masks, and I wanted to be unique. I said, if we're gonna come, we're not gonna be. We're gonna be awesome. And I started looking online. I actually went to Mexico on a vacation and talked to the locals about where can I get luchador masks, because we're shopping and we're seeing all these custom stuff made. If you've been to Mexico, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I started asking about masks. And I was like, look, I love Ray, but I want to be lucha. I want to have my own. And we linked up with a guy in Mexico. It's called Ring Warriors, and they make custom masks, and they do it all globally. And I told them what I wanted, and that's actually a replica of just an off replica, because I didn't want to be the same, of a famous Mystique mask. So
very cool.
So that was one of his first masks that he wore. The one Eli has now is kind of like the newest one that he wears. But he's dope, man. He's one of them underground wrestlers, man. It's just awesome, man. It just don't get enough credit. He's just all over the place.
Yeah, dude. You and your son's outfits, man, A+, 100%. You guys killed it, knocked it out of the water. You stand out. You stand out among other super fans. So definitely high five on that, man. You guys know my Mysterio, right? Bear Mysterio. Come on.
Bear Mysterio is awesome.
Yeah, I got my own Mysterio too.
That's right. Every stadium has a Mysterio.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, we wanted to come unique, man, and of course, you know, the kids like the bling. We interact with a lot of kids, man. So if you ain't coming with bling, if you ain't got no chain game, you ain't getting no high fives. You know what I mean? You gotta come with it, man. And like I said,
that's definitely for me too the best part. Just walking in the stadium, like you stand out, you're geared up to the T, and kids are just super excited, man. And coming up to you, they're taking pictures with you, you're high fiving people when you're walking by. It's just like the best feeling in the world.
Right.
Look at that chain game.
Yeah.
So the Superfan stuff, I'm still learning about it all here and how crazy all of you are. But before we talked a little before we got on here, and you said in 2021 you got named Fan of the Year. So tell me, what does that mean for you guys?
Oh man, that was amazing. That was just amazing. Just when I tell you, that just put us in a place where we knew that we were meant to be doing something on another level.
You made it, sir. You made it.
You know what I mean? It's like we've been blessed all these years, and we've been getting blessed, you know, and it's just been progressing. And when I submitted my entry for Fan of the Year, it's an NFL contest, you know, and I'm one of them dads. I'm always on NFL looking. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and submit, you know, and I put my heart into it, man. I told the NFL, I told the Colts who I was and who we were, and you know, I won. And once I won, you know, it was like it completely changed our fandom. It gave us the opportunity to give back, you know, and to spread awareness for, you know, the different organizations that are intimately involved with our story and has all the difference of why Lucha Blue is here right now. But just winning Fan of the Year and can be the fans that represent, you know, our stadium, our team, the Ursay family, you know, it was an amazing honor, man. I met some amazing people, just some of the best fans out there, man. And it's just, whoever wins it, embrace it. That's what I said, because it comes and it goes. But we had a great time, man. It was definitely an awesome experience. Father and son just capped off just already what we've been through, you know, and then just bang, Fan of the Year in LA in that awesome stadium, which probably is the second best stadium because LA fans, I love my Ram fan base.
You talking about SoFi?
Oh man, that is an amazing.
I've heard nothing
stadium,
but great things about it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to pause there, and then we're going to continue with some more questions and finish up. Got some comments to go through. We got James Smith. Let's go Bears. Let's go, baby. What's good, Foz? Man, life is good, my friend. Life is good. What's up, guys? What's up, fellas? I'm here for it.
What's up,
And
bro?
we
What's
love
up? What's
these
up?
two. As a Titans fan, much respect. Commander Nash in the house from Washington saying what's up, showing his love as always. Debbie Tuttle in the house. She's a former Bears cheerleader. She's awesome. She's always supportive of all the guests.
All right.
Never knew your story. Much love to you guys. Hope to meet you both. Man.
For sure.
Wow, the crowd is going nuts today. There was a lot of artificial fans here clapping. That's for sure tonight. Outstanding, fantastic interview. Thank you guys.
Nice.
Love the fact that you're all a father and son duo of super fans. Man, it's the best. Wonderful story, and keep spreading the word, my friend. We're going to keep on spreading the word. That's for sure.
That's right.
LuchaBlue, what's up, my guy? Getting love from Bears Nations, man. That's what's up.
Oh,
got
yeah.
my guy Juan Oso in the house. What's up, Oso? What up, my ESF family?
What up, fam? ESF, baby. ESF all day.
Yes, sir. We're going to be talking about ESF in a sec. You guys jumped the gun.
Let's get it.
My coin's on display up front.
One shot, baby. Put it on the chain. Put it on the chain. Fan harder. Yeah.
There we go. Hell yeah, man. Shuffle 85 had to check in. He's at work slinging steaks, apparently. Ask Lucha Blue about that. ESF Draft House. What's that story, man?
He said, "Who was that?" Kirk.
That's Kirk.
What up, Kirk? Man, what's up, man? You already know.
You guys selling steaks? What's going on, man? I got to hear this.
Look, he sells steaks. I make steel. So it's It's an inside thing, my man.
Nice. What does being a super fan mean to you guys? I mean, I think we got into that a lot, but I mean, with the whole family involvement, things of that nature, I mean, it's definitely got to be another level, man, right? Like another level of father-son bonding, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You know, that is a really good question. And the super fan, when I get asked that question, it's a lifestyle, man. And it's a love not just for your team, it's a love for your community, it's a love for being a humanitarian, just a love for people and just spreading goodness and that extra spice for the game, and just making people happy. And just the way this world is now, man, you need all that, and we need as much as that as possible. And it's like you said, it's a father-son bond. It's our thing that nobody can take away. That we're gonna do it until we can't do it no more. And it's just an opportunity to spread awareness, and so many doors that can open up to just do good. Every super fan I've met is an awesome person, and with a unique story, and is doing something wonderful for their individual cause or their individual city, team, whatever the case may be. And you ain't got to dress up to be a super fan. You could be a super fan coming just like you are and do the things that you do, for your community, for your team, for, everything that you believe in. Super fans is definitely a different lifestyle.
Yeah, very well said, my friend. I mean, I think most people from the outside who really don't know the inner workings of a super fan's like day-to-day life think like,
yes, sir,
we're just a bunch of weirdos dressing up in costumes or
whatnot,
right. Or just a bunch of attention seekers looking to get attention. I mean, but it's really so much more.
Right.
And doing all these interviews, that's why I love doing these interviews and letting you guys get your story out, man. Because like, look at everything you guys have gone through with your story, and people probably the majority see you in the stadium and have no idea, man. So every super fan has a story, and every super fan really is doing something for their community.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys are killing it, man. ESF, since we touched about that a little bit, you are an ESF admin. I recently got added to the ESF admin myself, so I'm very proud of that.
Me too.
And you are also an ESF Hall of Famer, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Hall of Fame.
So, dude, another great organization which ties into everything that we just talked about as far as being a super fan, the anti-bullying, the charity, fans of fans, all loving each other, not hating other fans just because they're on the opposing team. Like, I think there's a misconception that fans hate other fans of other teams. And I think that's all that gets publicized, to be honest with you, is fights in the stands and negativity and things of that nature. But dude, I love every fan that I mean. I mean, I don't want your team to win when you're playing my team. That doesn't mean I don't like you.
Yeah, one of Eli's favorite things to do if we do visit another stadium is interact with the super fans. He don't even watch the game. He walks and finds the super fans just to interact with them and just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And get that picture or and just get that interaction with them. But like you said, man, ESF hit home with us because we're all about anti-bullying. And Eli unfortunately was bullied as a young man going through what he went through, and it really hit home. And when the president reached out to us, Tiffany, who's an amazing person, reached out and said, "Hey, I love your story. I'd love you guys to look into this club." And I looked into it and I fell in love with it immediately. There's so many awesome and so many amazing ESF members, man, are doing some outstanding stuff out there, man. And they're doing it on their own dime. They're doing it on their own time, and they're doing it just for the love of people and their fans and their family and their community, man. And that's what we're all about. And it was a no-brainer for us to be a part of this wonderful organization. And we spread awareness for them as well, as much as we possibly can. We wear our patch proudly, and we're all about anti-bullying, man. All about it.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. Couldn't have said it better myself. So let's get into the charity, my friend. So everyone tonight at the top right of the screen has seen the Donate for Life Indiana. They're the ones who put together the video you guys saw earlier on the show too. Why don't we talk about that organization? Obviously, the video gave us some information, but you're still working heavily with them. You're still promoting them, still reaching out for charity for them. So why don't you talk about that a little bit, my friend?
So you guys, everybody knows Donate Life. It's in every BMV. It's that donate. organ donation. So Eli was a recipient of an organ from Donate Life Indiana. Like I said, it's very, very intimate and with our story and what we're about. But we reached out to them on social media and they kind of collaborated with us. They loved our story, and we go around, we add it to our routine, man. We go around and we're promoting organ donation. It's very important, man. It's nothing like being a hero and saving a life and making a difference, man. And anytime you can make a difference, you need to do it. So Donate Life, man. It's up here in Northwest Indiana. We got one of the lowest rates of organ donation sign-ups. So we're trying to change that. It's as simple as going online and going to the BMV, your local BMV website, or donatelife.org. Going on there and signing up. It's simple as clicking that little box, man. Everybody has to renew their license, right? You click that box, says you want to be an organ donor. That's all it takes to make a difference. You can save 8 lives, man.
No damn reason that everyone doesn't do it.
Yeah,
no
I
reason,
mean,
nothing.
you're dead.
Absolutely.
Why do you need to take your organs into the ground with you?
No
I
reason.
mean, I just don't understand why people wouldn't do that. I mean, especially where if your death or your incident can save someone else's life, like what a better purpose to have served. I mean, I never understand people who don't.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many people waiting on transplants, man. There's so many. If you just look up the data on just on people that are just living with these different situations, and not even just being waiting to pass away. You can be a living donor, man. You got kids out there and grandmas, grandpas that need organs or need donors that you could save lives. It's as simple as just signing up and getting on that list and just making a difference, man. And we can't be more happy to be a part of this organization, and we're doing some really cool things with them. We just did a commercial with Dwight Freeney from the Colts for Donate Life Indiana. So that was cool. We got to meet, Dwight, man, and he was an amazing dude. He signed some autographs for us to pass out to the kids at the game. It was so cool, man. The dude's so humble and really, really cool person, man. And they did this video for us. We're trying to make as much of a difference as we possibly can. And
it sounds like you're doing an excellent job, my friend.
Right.
You also had another charity you were talking about too, with donations for you for cards, correct? Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So I'm part of our fandom, what we do, and it's really unique. So my son and I, we pass out football cards to the kids. So you come with Lucha, you take a picture with Lucha, we walk around and we visit, the different tents and the different organizations, and we go talk to the kids, the Make-A-Wish kids or the Riley kids, we love Riley kids, and we pass out football cards. That's just a little something that you get from the game, and then we play a little game with the kids. We call it the Lucha bag. We got a bag that we carry around, and it has different match cards in it with all the football teams on it. And if you pull out the Colts card, I'll let you pull one out. You pull it out, you get an autograph football card.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
It's one of our little games that we play, that we go around, and makes it a little bit extra fun. Sometimes we got 1,000 kids around us, and it is what it is, and we're just like, what, we give up. Here, take it. But no, man, the cards. I'm trying to start a card donation card foundation to just people collect cards. Common cards. It doesn't matter what it is. Just anything would help as far as donating cards that we pass out to the games. We pass out thousands. When I tell you, we pass out at least 1,000 cards every event, and that's just not games. We go to camps. We go to anything in Indianapolis that Colts in Motion is going to be at. We try to be there if we're in Indianapolis. And the Colts, they travel all over Indiana, so we try to make these different events. We try to support the players when they do their charity events throughout Indiana or wherever else they're at. And we try to show up there and show love and give it that little extra, kick and pass out our cards and, promote our causes and everybody's happy,
Well, most definitely, man. I'm definitely going to have all your charity information on all my social medias tonight after my show.
Absolutely.
It'll be on my page, my Instagram. I'll do a TikTok. I'm going to do everything about it. So anyone who's able to, anyone who can, anyone who's interested in donating, check out my page. The link will be on there. Information about getting things to Eli will be on there. So if you guys are able to, man, obviously, after hearing tonight's show, everything's going towards a phenomenal cause. So if you're going to be donating, we have a perfect cause for you right here tonight.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Keep in mind, one sign up saves 8 lives and up to 75 people.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
One click can just make all the difference, man. And it made a difference for this young man standing right here. And it's making a difference, and we're doing awesome things, man. You never know.
Well, somebody just got remembered tonight that they got to renew their license, and reminding them that they're going to be checking that box.
Just
dude.
say
Thank
yes.
So we just got one person right there, my friends.
Yeah. Hey, one can start a trend, man. That's what we're all about.
Juan just said, love what you represent, what you guys do. True definition of a super fan.
Thank you.
Dude, couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
So let's move on to the Bears-Colts game this Saturday. Obviously, it's going to be a game of backups. You guys have a new quarterback starting for you guys. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how much are the Colts going to lose by?
It depends if Justin Fields gonna play. He gonna play. He gonna run all over the place. We're not gonna play those guys.
I want to hear what Eli the Third has to say about this game. Eli, what's going on, man? Tell me how this thing's gonna go down.
0. We're winning no matter
What?
what.
We're not even gonna score a touchdown.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem fair. You could give us at least 3 points or something. I mean,
maybe 2 points, maybe.
Maybe a safety. Give us a safety at least. I mean.
Y'all did good last game. I watched that game. The Bears.
You sure did. Did you see the first quarter? The Bears scored 2 touchdowns right away.
Yeah, they look good. I ain't gonna lie, they look good. They look good.
Yeah,
really
man.
good.
Justin Fields coming alive this year, man.
What's your guys' hope for Richardson this year? What do you think?
Just for him to get out there and every rookie has a different type of response. If you're great, you're gonna not all rookies are gonna be great at the beginning, but it's a step in the right direction. We've had 7 different quarterbacks starting in the last 7 years.
Who are you talking to, sir? We know about different quarterbacks.
And and taking nothing from our past quarterbacks because they're great in their own right. And we had high hopes, but I've always had 100% faith in Ballard and his direction. He's an amazing GM, and Irsay, he's a Gemini, man. He all about winning. You know what I mean? And he gonna do whatever he needs to do to win. And we were there at the draft, man. And when we selected Richardson, it was amazing. We were saying it, man. I hope Richardson. It's crazy how the Colts fans were actually gunning for Richardson. So we're just looking for consistency, growth, leadership. Go out there and play hard and do your best, man, and start his own legacy. Where my son actually got to meet him at the camp, and he's an amazing dude, man. And we're really excited about our QB, and not just him. The rest of the rookies that come in, man. We got a young, hungry team. And I seen it firsthand. Them camps, man. The good thing about preseason, guys, is that it's not just about seeing your favorite football team, but the ones that want it more. The fan, you go out there and you watch the games, and you watch these guys that are trying to make the team, that are trying to prove themselves, that work so hard to be on that field, out there making plays. And every preseason, you see somebody you never heard of out there doing what they got to do. But that's the great thing about preseason. We want to see our guy. We'll see him anyway. He was named the starter this week anyway, so we'll definitely see him home opener to break the curse of losing at home for the last umpteen amount of years, lost count. But that's breaking this year. This year we're gonna go out there, and nothing against the Jaguars, man. We love the Jaguar fan, but it's not your turn. It's our turn now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Eli Jr., Eli the third man, you guys are definitely the epitome of what super fans are all about. The duo, the father, the son. Not only are you super fans, Eli Jr., you're a super dad, dude. Like,
Thanks, man.
absolutely amazing, dude. Eli the third man, you have a super dad who is also a super fan, man. He is double super. So you guys just keep on doing what you're doing. You're such an inspiration to everyone you guys meet. I'm sure everyone's touched by your story tonight. I know we were. So we're going to keep on getting that word out there for you guys. Keep on doing what you're doing with the donations.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep on keeping on, my friend. I appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks,
Hey,
man.
man. I appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. And we'll link up. We'll link up sooner or later. I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Alagille Syndrome Alliance, the organization that actually my son has. That's his disease, Alagille syndrome. It's very rare, but for them and all their support, the Riley kids, Indianapolis, for all the support that they been showing us throughout the years. We couldn't do it without them. Definitely donate Life Indiana, who we are definitely pushing hard for this season for organ donation. We appreciate you guys allowing us to do that. My ESF family, we love y'all. We're gonna do big things this year. Definitely can't go without saying that. My guy K Weave Sports, who donates items for us to pass out to at these different events. K Weave Sports, y'all look him up. He's an awesome, amazing dude doing great things, has some great stuff. But and then of course our team, the Colts, the Irsay family. We love you guys. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful family, and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. And thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You're on the perfect track.
Thank you.
We appreciate guys. And then go Colts this year. I wish you guys the best of luck, my friends.
All right, my guys. Thank you.
All right. We'll
Take
talk
care,
to you
guys.
soon, Eli. Thanks, buddy. Great guys, man. Man.
Yeah, I like the father-son thing. Yeah,
dude, that's
yeah,
freaking
that's
awesome,
cool.
dude. Freaking awesome. Yeah, definitely a great group of guys. Like I said, I'll be posting everything about them on my page after the show tonight. But let's get into a little Bears talk.
Stop Bears. Stop Bears.
Here this offseason. First touch for DJ Moore. They used him in a ton of ways in Carolina. This was one of them. And there he goes. Goodbye touchdown. Welcome to Chicago. DJ Moore. Blitz coming from the Titans. Fields trying to maneuver away. And is able to find Herbert with plenty of room to run again. A first down and more. There he goes with some blocks. Herbert still on his feet for the touchdown.
All right. So like I talked about on Monday night with Lorenzo minor league, what a great game on Saturday, man. Like definitely for being the first preseason game of the year, like definitely a lot of high hopes for the upcoming games. What do you think, my friend?
Yeah, I was very drunk in Madison, so I had to watch it on DVR. But yeah, no, I liked what I saw. I didn't watch the fourth quarter. I'm gonna tell on myself. But yeah, I liked what I saw from the first two quarters. Absolutely.
So before we break down the game, we signed a pretty decent linebacker this week, which I'm very confused about why he was even available to begin with. Mikael Walker off of waivers from the Falcons. Guy had 109 tackles last year, 6 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and they just waived him without much explanation, I guess. I mean, maybe it was the defensive scheme, but dude, Poles swept right in there, and man, like what a depth pickup for a linebacker.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, even if he just winds up being a great depth linebacker, like we talked, they need depth. These Bears need a lot of depth. So whether he's the third, he's the starting on the Sam side or not, we need depth. So it did sound like it was nothing to do with his character. It was more to do with the defensive lineman the Falcons are going to run. So hey, absolutely pick up any kind of quality depth you can pick up. Why the hell not?
Dude, no doubt. And the best thing to come out of Wisconsin, spotted cow, not the Packers. So the Bears won that game 23-17. I mean, the first quarter was obviously the big talk with Fields being on the field. 3 passes, 2 of them were touchdowns. More on the receivers of the ball and the blocking, for the touchdown. So, but again, I'm not going to complain whatsoever.
They're doing right there what Justin Fields was doing this whole season last year.
Yeah.
Now you have wide receivers with speed and looked like really good blocking this week when I watched. So anytime we can take more out of Fields' hand and let the playmakers make the plays, I am all for it.
And on top of that, dude, Pickens got a sack, Gibson got a sack. OG Mudia, who's another like backup deep guy, he came in, he got a sack. So I mean, this is all within the first quarter. Kyler Gordon put on some big hits.
Big hits, yeah. I noticed that too.
Hits,
yeah, he put on a couple of wild plays. Hey man, 8 sacks is a lot for even in like a preseason game, like a regular season game, that's huge. But in a preseason game where guys are cycling in and out constantly, 8 is a lot, dude.
We had a grand total of 10 as a team last year, and we got 8 in this game.
Yeah, how about
preseason alone.
How about it? So
sad facts.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. I'd rather be, people say, well, preseason, who gives a shit? And that's true to a point, but I'd rather see it trending that direction than the complete opposite direction.
Oh, dude, going into scary second quarter of the preseason, PJ Walker just came in and shit the bed, dude. I don't know what that guy was throwing at or who he was throwing to. Like,
he's a backup for a reason.
But, dude, like, we got to rely on backups in this league. I mean, we can't have the whole team just falter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. But, I mean,
like, he scares me right now after that game.
If you have to go to your backup quarterback, you're probably screwed anyway. So,
Peterson looked better than
he
looked better than PJ Watt. Dude,
the Peter man. No. I'd rather take that whoever that kid is they signed as an undrafted. I'd rather not the Peter.
So PJ Walker comes in, first throw of the game, just lofts an interception to the other team. First throw, just completely crap. And then we get that followed up by the beautiful and wonderful Velus Jones Jr. coming out and muffing a punt, which I had no idea on earth why he didn't let that ball keep on rolling, dude. That was like rookie peewee football rules not to touch that. So.
Yeah, the whole big thing was he was looking great in preseason or in practice. And
he was. I mean, there was a lot of reports of him coming out looking decent.
Well, sure, when no one's really running at you, everything's great. But I mean, he's a 26-year-old second player, and he still seems to have the same problem. So I mean, in the preseason, you got to keep. I don't know. I mean, I don't see a path with him making this team. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I put him on my chopping block too. I mean, dude, our punter looked good. He had a couple big punts. He had a 60-yard punt. He had a 45-yard punt. Stevenson, dude. Stevenson had a game. Really good.
Stevenson looks good. He looks like he's ready to start.
Yeah, he looks like he's ready to start, dude. And Travis Gibson just had the game of his life too, my friend.
He needs to. He needs to step up. He needs to finally reach that potential that we've seen and been talking about for 2 years now. He has to be that guy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you can't be just the only good thing on the entire defensive line. It's a team. So no matter what his abilities are, if the rest of the line's falling, he can't do shit no matter what. So.
No, I don't disagree, but I mean, he needs to step up too. So listen, the secondary looks to be really strong with this team. Yeah. So, but what's most important though, on top of that, is the defense getting the rushes and the quarterback hits and the deflections and all that. That makes it easier on your linebackers and your secondary. Yeah. So that was great. The 8 sacks stood out to me more than anything the whole game.
Dude, deaf. I mean, like, the amount of players who were coming and pulling the plays they were pulling on their second, third stringers.
Absolutely.
Not even our first string.
You want it?
Yeah, sorry, it makes me confident that if somebody goes down at linebacker or defensive line, that we have an adequate replacement to bring in so we just don't lose our entire defense.
When your second and third strings are dominating the third and fourth quarter over the teams, that's what you want to see. That lets you know you have good depth on your team. That's exactly what you want to see.
On top of that, man, I mean, I talked about this a little bit on Mondays. Fields only got 3 reps, man. 3 passes. He needs a lot more than that in the preseason, I think, to kind of shake off some cobwebs of running around for his life last year. Get comfortable in the pocket, work on his accuracy and his chemistry with the receivers. So, again, I know we scored 2 fast touchdowns on 3 plays with them. I think he needed to stay in a little bit longer than he did. Sure. And, I mean, we have a good offensive line. So, I mean, my worry about him, like, getting demolished and injured before the season starts is very minimal. So, I think he's a quarterback right now in the preseason who needs to get him as many reps as possible before the season starts.
And I think he will get a lot more in this game. I think the rule of thumb always was in the first preseason game, if you have 2 great drives and no one scores, that's it. They pull their starter and that's it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But I think he will probably play an entire quarter of this game, if not further, because this would normally have been your week 3 preseason game. So this will be your tune-up for this season here. But yeah, would I like to see him play a little more? Sure. But I mean, they showed out for those 2 drives. Get him off on a high note. Let him feel good.
Yep.
What if they come in the 3rd drive and he gets sacked or something like that? So leave it on a high note. Let him feel positive going into practice for the week and take that right into the next game.
Definitely a big morale game.
Yeah.
Definitely a mental morale game. I totally agree with you there. My shit list for the game. PJ Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Scott, dude, did not perform like I was expecting
fumbled.
to perform. Roshan Johnson, I want to see a little bit more out of him. Now, he was in there with those second, third string offensive linemen.
One nice run to the left side for about a 10, 12-yard gain. He looked strong. So I wouldn't worry too much about the 2 rookies. I mean, that's going to come and happen. I mean, if you're relying on Tyler Scott and Roshan Johnson this year, you're screwed anyway. So,
and then, of course, Velus Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Velvet Jones Jr.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, let him keep playing the rest of the preseason here and see if he can correct it. But I don't know. I mean, okay, he makes your team. What does he do for you?
Yeah.
He's not a top wide receiver.
No.
He can't catch a punt.
No.
Okay, kick returner, but Tyler Scott could be your kick returner. Dante Pettis can at least catch the ball. He may not have the explosive speed, but I don't know what he does for you exactly. I mean, maybe a trick play here or there, but isn't Tyler Scott a better version of that guy?
I mean, to be honest with you, after last game and how things are currently going with the depth of that squad, I definitely put Velus Jones Jr. on top of my possible cut list.
I heard him talking about today on the score, and they were right that the only reason it would make the team is because of where he was drafted. That's it. I mean, really, what other reason can you say other than Ryan Poles drafted him in the 2nd round, probably overdrafted him, a 25-year-old rookie? Other than that, what does he do for you, really? And I from all accounts, he's a really good kid, and he works his balls off. But
this is business. This ain't personal.
But I mean, you look at the wide receiver depth where you actually have some strength now, and if he's not going to be Devin Hester, which he's obviously not, I mean, what does he do for you, really? I mean,
what do you think about the lack of presence of Pettis and St. Brown?
That doesn't worry me. Those guys are vets. So I mean, Pettis is going to be your punt returner. I would think your number 1 punt returner. Brown's more of a blocking wide receiver.
You don't think it's between Scott and Velus Jones Jr. right now?
There's no way they're cutting Scott. They just drafted him. I mean,
I'm talking about to be the returner.
I would say Tyler Scott would be your kick returner.
Okay.
And then because I think punt returner, you want a little more veteran guy, unless you have an explosive guy like Hester.
Yeah.
Because they've got to track the ball through the air a lot differently, and Pettis seems to be really good at doing that. So I would say Scott for kick returns, definitely with that explosive speed. Why not? I mean, Velus can do the kick returns because it's a lot easier to track the ball. You don't have guys running at you as hard.
Exactly. You got time to plant your feet.
But if you have 2 guys that are maybe better, I mean, I don't know. I root for Velus, but I just don't see it.
I'm with you too, my friend, on that one. I don't think he's going to be on the main roster this year.
Not for long.
So we're going in the Bears-Colts game this weekend. What are you looking to see from the Bears this weekend? What are you paying most attention to this game?
More of the same. I want to see the defensive line do the same. I want to see tons of pass rushes. I'm interested to see this Richardson kid. He's got a really interesting skill set. I don't know if he's going to be any damn good, but putting a pass rush on someone that big, I want to see that. Sure, I'd like to see more Fields. I want to see the offensive line play as well. They looked really good. I definitely ate some of my own words. I mean, I know it's a preseason game, but they looked very more than competent. They looked good.
Yeah.
And that's great to see. So those 2, sure, Fields playing a little more, some more passes would be nice. Some downfield passing would be nice to see. But they're only going to show vanilla. So you're not going to show the whole. Not going to show the whole.
I really want to see Tyler Stevenson because he's going to be matched up on Tyreek on Pittman Jr. Dude.
Oh yeah,
that's going to be a tough matchup for him. So I mean, I really want to see how he does against that receiver. So,
he looked good, man. He looked like he could be a starter right out the gate. So yeah, me too.
I really want to see a bounce back from PJ Walker when he comes in.
Sure.
I mean, he was absolutely horrible this last game.
Sure, I'm with you. I'm not too worried about that, but. That'd be nice. It'd be nice. I don't want to hear about Nathan Peterman. So
hopefully we got some fun things to talk about next week after the Colts game, and hopefully we can breeze through all this preseason shit and get to the real game. The home opener versus Green Bay, my friend. I cannot wait.
I'm so happy the preseason's only 3 games now. It's great.
I wish we didn't even have a preseason.
2 games is enough.
2 games, plenty enough.
But they got to have that extra money.
I appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Again, I did a 2-show week this week. I had Lorenzo on Monday, then Lucha on tonight. Next week is going to be another 2 show week for me. I'm going to have Terrence Young, the 2022 Hall of Famer, come in on Monday. And then Thursday, I'm going to have Diabillo from Bill's Mafia come in to talk to us about his story and give us the pregame thoughts for the Bears versus Buffalo game, which I'll actually be at this game. I'm going to go one preseason.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, you're going to front of the parking lot.
Yeah. It's going to be me, Oso, and then we got 2 other tickets, so I'm bringing my sons, Hunter and Parker. So
nice. You guys going to do a Survivor Series match with the tables and everything? 2x4s? And...
Right. We cover each other in mustard and see what happens. So, yeah, we'll be breaking down the Colts game next week, probably on the Thursday night show with Maxwell, and then be talking about going into regular season, and that's when all the fun begins. So, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Again, you guys are awesome, especially listeners who listen to both shows this week. I appreciate your loyalty. You guys are absolutely amazing as always, and it never goes unappreciated.
Yeah,
so.
Thanks for listening to 2 idiots just talk football for fun. We really appreciate
2 people who don't know what they're talking about. But we have fun doing it, and we drink beer and hang out.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, so we just spread awesome stories like we did about Lucha tonight, man. That was
absolutely, man.
Definitely a heartwarming story, man. Definitely a great night. But again, appreciate everyone tuning in. You guys are fantastic. Love you all. And of course, always, bear down, baby.
Go Bears!
Thank you, and go Bears!